Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch, that's how I started playing Fortnite. The frame rate's much lower. Well, that was the big difference, the frame rate. The graphics aren't great. It looks an awful lot prettier on the PS4, the PS4 Pro, PS5, PC obviously. But the frame rate was the biggest thing. You get like graphics, whatever about graphics. We all loved the original Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City or the original Metal Gear Solid. You know, blocky games. They could be great games even though they didn't look that good. But the frame rate, especially if you were in a close quarters situation, because it didn't seem to be able to handle multiple people around you very well. So like if you were in a game of trios or quads and there's a lot of people in the mix, the frames would drop significantly. So if you were trying to like lock onto someone with an SMG or a shotgun, you're probably gonna get a big frame drop and miss. That was always the hardest part. I haven't played it on the Switch now in a long time, so this is going to be interesting. Back in the day I used to use Red Riding, so I'm going to pull her out. I don't remember what back bling. Oh, I used to have the wolf. Where's my favourites? There he is. This is like going OG. This is what I used to use every time. I always liked this flawless one because it sounds cool. And this is the newest glider, but I'll go back, I'll go old school with this now. This, I got such lovely feeling about the palm leaf one. It just really reminds me of that season 8. That was the one with the pirate ship. It was probably my favourite season. I loved it so much. Okay. Item shop. Everything's loading up very, very slowly here. Right, let's go in and have a game of Fortnite Nintendo Switch in 2021. You'd get an awful lot more bots on Switch. So you had that to your advantage. Oh my god, look at this! Did you see that? Oh my god. And there wasn't even a hill. Oh, the frames. Actually, I've got this is the sensitivity I used to use for Fortnite when I was at my, like, peak. Jumping around, the movement and everything feels good, I must say. Building. Yeah, building was always hard. Do you know what, man? This actually doesn't feel too bad. Although it's an early drop. Is that... Oh my god. My first game on Fortnite Switch. And I get a llama off the bat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm well impressed. This feels good. And like the rendering at the start of this round was bad. But since it's been fine. Because I expected over time as well, like PS5's out now. You think everything's getting better. PC hardware is getting better. PS5, Xbox Series X is out. Oh, this is so funny. I've got a... This is actually going to be really hard. So, my PS4 controller is the Razer Raiju, which is a third-party controller, but it's got buttons on the top and the back. So I use that for jumping and this for changing weapons. And I'm after like pressing just a blank spot on the Switch controller here, expecting to change my weapon. Whatever way they've optimized this, they've done a massive job on it. Because just turning around like that, which is, I've got the sensitivity up pretty high here. I used to get frame drops, so I was purely expecting things to have only gotten worse, and they seem to have gotten better somehow. Plus the game looks really nice. Now, I'm not fighting people yet, so maybe I'm talking out my arse here. Off the bat, well impressed. We'll see how things go now the further I get in. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Okay, he's down. Oh, now I got an awful frame drop there. I also feel like the Switch used to get extra aim assist as well. I know, like, when I'm trying to, like, one tap, like, accurately shoot someone at range, it was always much easier on Switch. When I swapped over to PS4, that was one of the big things I noticed. Long range style gun. Right, I got him once. I was really hoping to do a bit more than that. Can I still crank 90s though? That's the question on nobody's mind. Isn't that how you... How I actually kind of forget how to crank 90s. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not as good as I used to be. Excellent. Oh god. Yeah, there's quite a nice little bubble of aim assist there for this. It's far more noticeable. Like, I'm coming straight from COD to this now, from Warzone to this, and it's far more noticeable than I find it in COD. Looks good though, doesn't it? Like, that's not an awful scene I'm looking at. I wouldn't necessarily think that lad's playing it on a really low powered machine. Now, can you hear the skips in the rate of fire on this thing? Like this should be a constant, like, but it's not. Like, that's pure Switch now. I'm pretty sure this negates fall damage, isn't it? Oh no. I was wrong about them not putting any real player. Ah, look at this, lad. For reals? This is the kind of people they're putting me in with. My first game back on Switch. Wow. Running around regular, it feels good. Looking around feels good. It doesn't feel laggy or frame droppy or anything like that. But like when it comes to clutch moments like that fight at the end there, I didn't have any confidence at all. Plus the SCAR, I'm assuming it was something to do with the frames as well, but the SCAR fire rate wasn't consistent at all. God, like when you consider how underpowered the Switch is, this is fantastic. The Epic have done an amazing job, really. Is that another 2 games, 2 llamas? Is this for reals? Do you know what I haven't done actually? Is built a sky base. That's for the crack. Oops. I've only ever built a sky base once, and it was with someone's help, and we had it. I don't like me, chads. Yara on Switch. I was going to make this my last game, but I think I'll jump off there. If you want to jump in, if you're happy to do a sky base, because between the two of us we can get up enough materials. No. 2 people landed. Are they real? I highly doubt it. Look at that. Did you see the frame drop? Real. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I might have been underestimating how bad Switch is. I think I just haven't been in a situation where it's been obvious. I'm almost out of materials already. Yeah. I just want to hit him once to be able to say I did. Oh, here we go. Lovely. No. Oh, no. Oh, I am. I'm okay. I should have built. I don't have any materials. Fortnite Switch. It held up much better than I was expecting. Like what I remembered about Fortnite on the Switch was the frame rate was absolutely dreadful, and it's not great, but it held up surprisingly well. The frames dropped, especially around other players, and then when I was in duos there, so I had my teammate beside me, and then I had another couple of opponents, the frames did drop harsh. So I'd say if you're trying to play quads or whatever, it'd be an absolute nightmare. But for a game that's how old as it is on a system like the Switch, which is underpowered, it held up really well. I think you could play solos on the Switch with success. I don't think quads would hold up at all. So yeah, I'm impressed.